Hello, my name's Jonathan Porterfield of Eco Cars. Another great eco van, a Citroen Berlingo. It's the LX. It's got the factory approved Nicholas & McLaren LPG system. Rather neatly fitted behind the petrol flap is the bayonet type LPG filler. It being the LX, we get the side door, which is rather useful. We've got proper Citroen rubber matting. It's not yet been cleaned. Obviously the spare wheel is left in the back because the tank is where the spare wheel would have been. Obviously the benefit of this full cage, and I believe this can actually swing round and go over the passenger seat, but nice to see a nice strong cage. So we're not yet cleaned this. We've also bought this on behalf of a regular customer in London, so this is for his benefit, their benefit, as well as showing prospective new customers the sort of vehicle that we like to try and source. So it's in this polar white. It's come off lease. That's the only reason it's come up for sale, on a 59 plate, November 2009. So it's just come off lease. And I'll show you the driver's side. Very clean. Damage condition wise, just needs a little bit of a surface clean. No rips or tears to any of the fabric or the seats. Just needs a good vacuum. And I've driven this for 30 miles and it drives without fault. So nice place to be inside the Berlingo. So we've got 3 front seats, 3 headrests, height adjustable seat belts. We've got a driver's airbag with a single shot CD player with a head up display, and also the normal FM AM radio controls, heater control, speed of the fan, recirculate, direction of the airflow. To lock and unlock all the doors, electric one-shot front windows, which is rather nice on the van. Has a warning lights, cigarette lighter come power point, obligatory glove box, and down here we have electrically operated wing mirrors and also the LPG switch. So I'll just show you. 16,700 miles due till next service. 20,000 mile service intervals, or every 2 years on these LPG vans. Guarantee the mileage there, just 9,638 miles. So that's the LPG switch. It's warming up, it's running on petrol now, it's switched over to LPG. So when that light is illuminated, it's running on LPG, and 4 lights along the top denote a full tank, so we're just below quarter of a tank of petrol. And at any time, turn the system off. When that's illuminated, we're running on petrol. Does a few checks, you blip the throttle, click from the back, switches over straight over to LPG. Lights, indicator, wipers and indicator and lights on the other stalk, and power assisted steering, and also steering wheel controls for the sound system, which is very, very useful. So I'll just show you some of the documentation. We have here a spare key. We have also this service book showing the 1 service stamp, which was done at Citroen London West at 6,000 miles on the 25th of the 11th 2011. So the next is due at well, basically 26,000 miles, or the 25th of the 11th 2013. 2 miles every 20,000 miles are the service intervals. There we go. The next service is due at 26, or the 25th of the 11th 2013. Leased by Citroen contract motoring, no previous keepers. Date of registration there, the 12th of the 11th 2009. Still classed as a petrol because the road tax is just the same, even though it's been converted from day 1 to run on LPG. Had its first MOT, which was September the 12th. October the 25th it was first MOT, but it expires November the 12th 2013. So there's a good chunk of MOT, with 1 advisory, which was windscreen has damage to an area less than 10mm circle, which is basically, whether you can see it on the camera, that chip there. So it's just an advisory, it's not illegal, so best left well alone, but just be aware that there is a chip to the windscreen, which can actually be repaired under your insurance policy very often. So just looking at the Citroen wallet, all the documents are here, the handbook, and also all the details for the Traffic Master system, which is standard on the LX. I think there's also some key codes there as well, yes, some key codes that came with the van. So basically the Traffic Master, it's a subscription based system. I think it's about £60 or £70 a year, but you can basically program this to make it perform as a sat nav and also a traffic alert system as well. But that's a nice little feature that was standard on the LX models. Nice little shelf at the top, some interior lights, and I say it's sort of like a cage arrangement behind the front driver and the passenger. So before I walk around the vehicle, I'll just take you now for a final, for a test. So welcome to the test drive. So it pulls away very nice and cleanly. Clutch is about halfway up the bonnet and it's very smooth, doesn't smatch. Third gear. First thing you notice about all these Berlingo petrols running on gas, they're so much quieter than the diesel. Not quite as much torque as a diesel, true, but the economy is pretty good. Now I'm averaging 34, 35 to the gallon, which in price terms, with gas being half price, is around about 70 miles to the gallon. So much cheaper to run than the diesel version of this same van. Third gear pulls away lovely and cleanly, doesn't pull to the left or the right, and it feels like a brand new van, which you would expect having just covered 9,000 miles. So just pull over, again pulls up nice and straight, doesn't pull to the left or the right. So that concludes the test drive. I'll just take you now for a final walk around this van. So welcome back from the test drive. I'll just take you now for a final walk around the vehicle. The front near side offside tyre I'd say is 3 to 4 millimeters, and the front plastic wheel trim has some slight scuffing on. The wheel discs of course are fine, having covered just 9,000 miles. Wing mirrors are fine. The sides are dent free. The rear has a Michelin on, which I'd say is a good 5-6 millimeters. And again the plastic wheel trim is a little scuffed. This corner's fine, the back doors are fine, the roof is, I'll say dent free. There's some tiny little imprints on the roof, but I'm being super picky. Get a high level brake light, and this corner, I think it's had a very minor impression at some point, but it's popped back out, but it's just discoloured slightly. And this rear near side tyre, again like the other one, 5-6 millimeters on that rear Michelin. Again some slight scuffing to the wheel trim. The sides are dent free, the wing mirror is fine. Front near side tyre, like the other one, 4 to 5 mil, again another Michelin, and showing a little bit of signs of curbing on the plastic wheel trim. But this van is ready for work. Looking at the bonnet, there's the odd tiny chip which I will touch in. The lenses are good, it stands very well, and as I pointed out that chip to the windscreen, which you could get repaired, but there we have it. So cheaper to run than the diesel, very nice to drive as you've seen from the test drive. So this is for the benefit of our customer, but if you have any more inquiries about this sort of service we offer, then feel free to contact me, Jonathan, here at Eco Cars. Thanks for watching.